Hello, welcome to another Lego Bootleg review. This is a Kazi set. This is KY82011. 995 plus pieces, 6 ages 6 and 6 plus recommended. This is a tiger tank from World War II. Here's the front of the box. And she has a little handle, the plastic handle, you can hold it. And it's actually pretty cool details here, telling you the exact size of the tank after you build it, because it's got some 11.5 centimeters tall and 28 centimeters wide, and moving features and stuff. Not much on the side. Here's what the side looks like. The other side is almost the same, just swapped around. And the back. So on the back they actually bothered to give you some information about tiger tanks, in Chinese of course, and of course a few features of the toy itself. And this is, even though it's Kazi and not the other brand I just reviewed, it's got the same website, KY82011 as the other Bootleg brand box, and then goes the tripod again. And it also has a KY number. KY. The kids don't know what we're talking about. And if you open the box, it actually has a second cardboard box inside that's also taped, and it just flaps open. So it's got two boxes in there. So it's well, the box, it makes the overall box solid and relatively secure, because you got two layers of boxes, so the pieces won't fall out. And it's a good idea, I guess, but it would have been a bit wasteful. Better if just one box was enough to hold everything in there. So before we actually look at the toy, it has a pretty big instructions booklet, because this thing took quite a while to build. Well, it is bloody big, it's 900 few pieces. But the biggest problem with it is, well, you know, advertisement and other stuff. Look at that in a sec. It's wheels. These pieces here, they're far too tight. Once you put them in, they're not going to come out, and you have more chance of snapping those bars than you do pulling the wheel out, and you don't want to do that because there are no spares here. I did snap one, but luckily in a later area you can actually cheat a little and put the little bar in on a slightly different area, and then you can sort of cheat it and it works fine. But I was lucky, I guess. But you got to be really careful with this step when putting the wheels in, and because you have to build one of these tracks. Same with that Lego Batman's tank from Lego, and that took ages to build because it was really annoying building that bit. And the instruction manual itself is very unclear, mostly because a lot of the pieces are the same color. This does not have the benefit of Lego numbering the bags, so you can't just build bag 1 and then build bag 2. You gotta open all the bags and build them together. And like I said, same colors, lots of tiny pieces. It's just really hard to find all the pieces. Even after I built half of it, it was still a pain to find all the pieces, because it was just so hard to see when they're all the same color. And halfway through building it, the set is still very loose. It becomes solid once everything's in place, but the process is a very loose vehicle. So let's see what else they have. They have aircraft carrier, which is not to scale, so that kind of sucks. I did see, here's another tank here. This sort of smaller version at the shop as well. Some World War II planes, some really sort of smaller planes, a trooper transport, and a sort of jeep. Looks to scale. And another smaller tank there, mountain. If I saw a smaller tank at the store, I would have picked that up, but there wasn't any smaller ones there, so I just picked up the big one. And here's some other photos of the same stuff, just different position, slightly bigger photos. Oh no, there's some other tanks here. There's a grey jeep. And on the back is another photo of the tank. For such a big tank, it only comes with 2 figures now. There is a bag of spare pieces, and in fact I used 2 spare pieces of 2x4s. When I after finished building the tank, the top gun barrel won't rotate. It kept getting stuck on different pieces on the surface of the tank. So I put those 2 pieces in. I double checked the instructions manual to make sure I didn't leave any pieces out. but there wasn't anything mentioned there, so well, good thing you had those spare pieces. This also has a sticker sheet, 323, Tiger 323, and some plus. So you can decorate your tank however you want. I'm not going to bother sticking those stickers on, I just don't want to. So you got two characters. You got the officer. I think he's the officer. The minifigure quality is... You have to assemble these, by the way. The minifigures come in a little bag, so it's good that they're separate from the rest of the set. Yeah, the faces look ugly. The body print is average. Oh, no back print. The overall feel is pretty tacky. I mean, overall shape is good, and shoulders are soft edged, and the hands okay. It's just very average. So you also got this one here, standard boring face. Torso print again, it's very average. Does not look like it's something that would belong in Lego. And this goggle piece, it's very loose on the helmet, so he goes too far down. But we won't see him a lot because he's the driver. He can stay inside the tank. I'll put him in a sitting position now. And the officer, just stand there. There we go. Now let's look at the main attraction of this, the actual tank. And yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It's quite big. Just give the officer, yeah, look at the size of this thing. Well, to begin with, well, the wheels do actually work. For the most part, they do get a bit clunky, but they work. I think this side's smoother than the other. You get a lot of spare track pieces, so depending on how loose or how tight you want the tracks to be, you can adjust that yourself. I prefer a bit tighter. If it's too loose, it won't hold on to the two gears on each end. So it's tiny little details everywhere. That's really nice. Because this thing does rotate. Just go up and down. Ooh, let's get some KY. Oh, whoops. Oh no, that's going to be painful. Well, no, that's not staying on anymore. There we go. A lot of nice little details here is that certain pieces are attached to hinges, so it's got that effect of the tank where the front's actually slightly slanted and not flat, and that's pretty good. Also have this piece here, which again is also slanted, just to add a bit of detail. So yeah, and on the back here you got these two pieces are kind of loose, these cable pieces, but overall they fit okay. And building the back piece here, these two pieces barely fit there, and this back piece whole piece has to go plug on. And that was quite a pain to plug on because the overall building experience of this set is the pieces the clutch, some pieces are tighter and some pieces are looser. If you played Mega Bloks, it's similar to that but a bit worse than Mega Bloks. It's still tolerable, but after building the whole thing my hands were, well, they were slightly painful already. So that's something to consider. You might not want to build this whole thing in one go. I built it in 2 sessions. Because it got kind of late and I couldn't finish it the first night I got it, so I finished it the second night and my hands still hurt. So my fingers were itchy and stuck because all the corners are plastic. So yeah, some pieces are way too tight on this. But nothing is too loose. This whole thing, once built, is a very solid piece. I say that, this piece just fell off. I think this piece is, yeah, this piece is kind of, I think this one of the pieces is supposed to fall off. Battle damage or something, because it's only got 22 studs. Get back on. Well, uh-oh, this isn't going to go back on, is it? Oh, that'll do. Right. So, oh, there goes the wheels. Right after me saying it's not too loose. Let's get this wheel back. Uh-oh. Damn it! What did this even come off? It doesn't even make sense as it comes off. Well, at least you can see while I do this, the rest of the tank is not falling apart. Building these tracks. You call them caterpillars. There we go, looks like it's on. Back on there. So yeah, it doesn't fall apart. I mean, afterwards, still has to be a tank. So yeah, first thing you can do, you can open this. And then have the officer guy be like, "Hey, I'm a moving target. I'm just stand here." And next thing you can do is you can open these two bits. And these two bits, you can actually look inside the tank. So I'm going to lift this part. This is pretty good. The way they've attached it, it doesn't really plug into anything, so it can come off quite easily. And I wonder if I left out a piece there. Yes, I did. I left out one piece. So that piece goes there. Alright. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is just decoration, but there's another articulated bit that can do stuff. And where did that go? Oh, come back on here. So, yeah, so you can look inside there. And so you see you got the driver's area, 2 seats. Lots of extra space, because this is a tire tank that's supposed to have a lot of space inside, so that's accurate. So you got quite a lot of detail stuff going there. And then you also lift the back plate off. Oh, it's sort of connected to those cables, there you go. You can build the engine of the vehicle, which is kind of cool. This bar doesn't quite reach the engine, but overall it does look okay. Steering wheel is attached to a little thing, so you can move it around a little bit. And of course spin it. Well, it's really tight, but you can spin it. So yeah, it's very detailed and feels complete. It's not like a shrunken version of a tank that you might see from, say, Lego. And while some pieces are quite loose, the overall thing does stay together. And while I say that, more stuff falls off. Perfect timing, I guess. It's not the best build. If you have some crazy glue or something, definitely go for that. You're not buying this tank for the building experience. You're buying this for a prop. Like, once you've finished building this, you got a tank that looks pretty good. And that's what you're here for. You're not here for, you know, not usual Lego funness. So that's something to be concerned when, something to think about when getting this. And I'm going to assume the same for the other tanks. The smaller vehicles will be more fun because it'll be less hassle. But the overall experience is, like I just said, you get this not for the building experience, but for if you like World War II stuff, or maybe you have some Indiana Jones sets lying around and you just want some tanks to go in the back and build your diorama or something, then by all means you can try and pick this up. This is about just under 200 Hong Kong dollars, so that's £15 UK, or like $30, something like that. And that's pretty good for such a big tank. And so maybe get some crazy glue or something to reinforce those in parts, and just use it as a prop, really. Or have Superman bash it, because Superman or Captain America can go out and punch Hitler. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and of course, take care and have a nice day. Bye. By the way, this thing is pretty heavy.